stable, and you can be live streaming across Twitter, across Facebook, and across YouTube. So do tune in every day at this time. And today we're going to talk about the fact that there are just 4 days left for the Delhi Assembly elections, for people to go and vote, cast their vote for Delhi. And it's a very closely fought election where polarization of votes seems to be the name of the game. It's a high-pitched battle, and the noise is becoming shriller as the poll date is getting closer. The BJP is, of course, raking up Shaheen Bagh at every given moment, from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Amit Shah to Yogi Adityanath, the star campaigners, as well as people like Anurag Thakur, who are raking up and who are coining slogans like Desh ke Gaddaron ko, which has, of course, earned the ire of the Election Commission. But today, when AAP launched its manifesto, the talk has once again centered around bijli, sadak and paani, and of course all the freebies that come with it, and which Mr. Kejriwal's government has been offering. I'm joined by Tina Sharma from the Delhi BJP, and I'm joined by Sweta Goswami, our senior correspondent who handles or who looks after the Aam Aadmi Party and covers the Aam Aadmi Party on a daily basis. She was there for the manifesto launched by the Aam Aadmi Party today. Now, Tina, two opinion polls in the last, I'll start with you, two opinion polls in the last couple of days, and both predict a very comfortable win for the Aam Aadmi Party. Clearly, the polarization and the Shaheen Bagh card is not working as much to the BJP's favor as the party had hoped it would.
A lot of people in the past have, denied opinion polls. I mean, I have similar, perception for the opinion polls, but yet these are there in the public forums and we can't deny them. But yes, the kind of narrative Aam Party has tried and set up through Shaheen Bagh is not working for them. So that's the absolute no for them. And let's see how Delhi, perceives politics for 2020 election. And
no,
let's
I'm
see.
talking about BJP. You're talking about AAP's Shaheen Bagh, but AAP really. Whatever politics is throwing, it seems that the BJP is more on the front foot as far as breaking up the Shaheen Bagh issue.
Not at all. We are only reverting. And if you say that we have star campaigners, Anurag Thakur coming in and Amit Shah coming in or Prime Minister coming in, we've had 2014 elections and all these people were there and they used to come and campaign. If you've seen last MLA elections 2014, all star campaigners were there. Yogi Adityanath was there. A lot of other chief ministers were there. So there's nothing new with us. We have a whole system across India, and we call people to manage our booths, and the booth level management it's been done by outsiders also, and the inside system also. But anyways, I mean, we are not going on that. But yes, the kind of narrative Aam Party is trying to set through our star campaigners or through our, the answers which they try to pick up from us is sad. I'm just hoping that, people should vote sensibly and they should come out and vote. Delhi should come out and vote on Saturday.
I don't have an Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson here to sort of counter that view, because they would obviously have their own view and they will say that the issues are being brought up by the BJP and not by them, and they are simply responding as you're saying the BJP is doing. But Sweta, who's here with me and who's been covering the Aam Aadmi Party for a long time and who's been on the election trail, on the campaign trail, out on the streets, what's the sense that you're getting from the Aam Aadmi Party, Sweta, as far as Shaheen Bagh is concerned, and where are they batting on the front foot or the back foot?
So for all this while, you all must have seen that Kejriwal and his entire team, be the main leaders and even the volunteers, have been engaging with the people one-on-one, explaining about the works done by the AAP government in the last 5 years. But in the last 2 weeks, the whole since all these things have taken the forefront, somewhere we can see that the AAP is forced to give reply or to give a response to the ongoing narrative. But then Kejriwal has very openly, even until yesterday, he's said that, where I quote, that he's blamed the BJP for creating this narrative, and he's saying that the whole that the whole stretch is deliberately not being, opened by the BJP and things like that. But going beyond that, when it comes to ground, ground level campaigning, the AAP is still sticking on to the development plank, and it is reminding people of the free bijli paani schemes, and
right, which is visible from the manifesto that they launched today. Their manifesto continues to offer existing freebies to the Delhiites, and the 28-point manifesto, but they've again come up with the Swaraj bill, they've again come up with the Jan Lokpal bill, but for all of these they need the assistance of the centre, which is what happened in the first few years of Kejriwal's government. They kept on saying that we're not able to do X because central government is blocking. Why? Because central. But again, in the manifesto, in the 2020 manifesto, again the same issues have come up like they were in the 2015 manifesto. And how do you see this playing out?
So, as a reporter, all I can say is that in what we also today questioned the AAP and particularly Kejriwal and Sisodia, as in what is it, what's new in this manifesto, because at least we've counted, at least 10 of the promises are something which either would require the approval of the centre or its cooperation. So then they said that, our 10-point guarantee card, which was launched say a week ago, that speaks of the more specific development works, like continuing with the existing water and electricity schemes, extending the free bus ride scheme from women to students, and then also other things like reducing pollution by 3 times, that's by planting some 20 million trees and things, and also deploying mohalla marshals, shifting from the buses to expanding
that
into
would mohallas. That would require the assistance from the central government or the police or PWD or one of the things. What's your take on this, Tina?
They have 10 pointers where they need assistance from the central government, and for the simple reason that they want to blame central government after 5 years. They want to come up with again similar bahanas what they made in last 5 years, and last 4 months they've been giving freebies, and they think that their work is done. They can they can woo people and they can get their vote and they can still make them fool. So that is what the kind of narrative we get from their manifesto. And also to tell you that Shaheen Bagh is a narrative which has been set by our party, because Manish Sisodia, Deputy CM, has clearly said that they are standing with Shaheen Bagh. In fact, when they started Shaheen Bagh, it was all around Twitter and social media that they floated some fake videos on Delhi police, blaming Delhi police, or
we're talking about the bus video.
The bus video, inciting people against police. So these are the kind of narratives they're trying to set. And if Shaheen Bagh is the narrative they're trying to set, it is absolutely a kind of show where they have failed, but still they're covering up with their manifesto.
But many people that I've spoken to in the BJP, on the record, they've sort of said that if because of Shaheen Bagh, the mood of Delhi is changing from AAP to BJP, and that Shaheen Bagh is going to get BJP the additional those 5 to 8% of votes, which are the floating voters.
You're absolutely right. But in democracy, we don't expect such kind of narratives to be built around the elections. And in fact, I must tell you that today in the parliament, Nityanand Rai, who's been MOS whom, has taken NRC on record back, or that we all know. So the problem with Shaheen Bagh was CA plus NRC. If that was the court, why Shaheen Bagh is not coming out now? Why Shaheen Bagh is not been condemned and stopped, even taking from today? So I think the kind of understanding AAP has, they want us to react on Shaheen Bagh, and they want us to, it's benefiting us, there's no doubt about it, it's benefiting us. The only thing is why it is benefiting, because they have created this narrative. It's been 57 days, Shaheen Bagh is still there. Who's funding Shaheen Bagh? Who's giving food to Shaheen Bagh? Who's giving biryani to Shaheen Bagh? It's AAP party, no one else in Delhi.
Place 2 points which the AAP has been again and again saying. So Kejriwal has said 2 points. Firstly, it is that why is it that leaders have again and again repeatedly raised these issues. And secondly, it is that why are they not opening the road? I mean, Kejriwal has said that the road which is leading to a lot of traffic jams, Delhiites are facing traffic. They're reaching their destination in 3 hours.
3 hours late. Yeah.
So his claim is that the Delhi police, which has to control this whole situation, is under the center and which is under the Home Ministry, which we all know. Amit Shah is the. So Kejriwal has directly asked Amit Shah what is stopping the Home Ministry to directly just even Ravi Shankar Prasad, Kejriwal said that had engaged and had given an invitation to Shaheen Bagh protesters to sort of go and have a dialogue with them. But then Kejriwal has alleged that what has stopped these leaders or the ministers to go out and reach to the protesters directly, because and again.
And do you want to come on that, Tina, and tell us why? Because that is a relevant question being asked, that that the police and the law and order situation is for Delhi police to control, which is controlling by the.
There's no doubt. I mean, police is already there controlling.
What is stopping Mr. Modi or Mr. Amit Shah to go into Shaheen Bagh and speak to the protesters and calm the situation down?
See, you have all ladies and children sitting there. We all know that. How Shaheen Bagh is being backed up, we all know. I mean, we all political people and media knows about it, and a lot of journalists are not even allowed to go inside. I mean, that's there in the media forums exactly. But yes, I mean, Shaheen Bagh is, no one is stopping us. There's absolutely no need to, I think, touch Shaheen Bagh, because Shaheen Bagh will disappear after 8th. That's what we believe, because it's been created by our party, and unfortunately or fortunately, it's favoring us.
That's what you believe, that it is favoring the BJP. You, of course, believe
because they have polarized.
Yes, but the our party and even some of the opinion polls which have come out recently show a not. I mean, by that logic, BJP should at least, even if you get anything less than 15 seats or 20 seats, then clearly it's not the tide is not in your
had only
favor.
HT only on record, who we had carried a front page story as well. He himself had said that after post this, we are expecting a gain of 30 seats or so.
We've had only 3 seats in Delhi. I mean, that we all know.
Yeah.
So for us, it's not about gaining from Shaheen Bagh. It's about maintaining law and order in the city, and also exposing Aam Party.
Okay, let me cut. I mean, I'm talked about the release of the Aam Aadmi Party manifesto today, and you said that AAP is only just believing in giving out freebies after freebies and trying to bank its bank on its vote back there. But as far as freebies are concerned, even the BJP and even the Congress, for that matter, in their manifestos too, freebies have been handed out. In fact, Manoj Tiwari went on record to say that the existing schemes of Aam Aadmi Party, even if BJP, sort of manages to wrest power, will continue.
No, Manoj Tiwari hasn't said that clearly. They said that we'll felicitate Delhi 5 times more. That's been the statement, and that's been very clear statement by all of our
but that's not visible in your manifesto at all.
The freebie
that
is only atta, flour and the scooty. There's nothing else. We are not relying on freebies.
But Tina, that is hardly 5 into 5 of what the AAP government is offering, which is what Manoj Tiwari said.
But then during the BJP's manifesto release, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Nitin Gadkari himself had said that freebies do not make a state, do not build a stable state. It is work that he on record said that freebies do not build.
But in the manifesto, there is promise of scooters, bicycles for girls.
So that's
flower,
to encourage girls.
A kg for
that's to encourage girl child, nothing else. That's a Beti Bachao Beti Padhao campaign, and we carry forward a lot of schemes in that. Haryana has similar kind of schemes.
Right.
UP has similar kind of schemes. In fact, Bihar has similar kind of schemes. So we are relying on those schemes. But yes, we are staying away from freebies. We really want to build a good state, and we really want to have a stable, healthy state. Freebie doesn't give you anything. Otherwise, Aam Party would have given you freebies for 5 years. Why only 4 months before the election? Just before the election, 4 months. So it's just been 4 months, and people are understanding. Now coming to the point that how perception will be created and how people will vote. Voter is absolutely silent. you know, you can't even make out that which side voter is going. Let's see on 8th. We are hoping that, you know, people will vote sensibly.
I just want to bring in a little perspective, and from my personal experience, I travelled in a couple of constituencies, and I'm talking about speaking to pro Citizenship Act people, you know, and there seems to be a certain murmur that while it's okay to have you know, to be supporting the Citizenship Act, and I do support the citizenship, and these people say we support the Citizenship Act, but there is Prime Minister Modi to look after that. That's a national issue. PM Modi is looking after that. Now let me, for my bijli paani issues, let me look at Kejriwal, and he has delivered in the last 5 years. That is what the sense that one got from the ground. How would BJP be able to counter this sense of, because it seems that they're looking at, I mean, it's not that the popularity ratings of Prime Minister Modi is going down, but the fact that you don't have a chief ministerial candidate, so that seems to be a situation.
Those issues as parliamentary election issues, and the, you know, the assembly constituency election issues are different. So that's the difference people have in mind. The voter are smart today. Now, having a CM face is not important, because BJP has come up with, in a lot of states we've come up without the face, with face. That doesn't matter, you know, for us. I mean, I think Prime Minister Modi has given a very stable central government, and it's without single blot, you know, we've running the government. Also to tell you that a lot of states, you know, we've worked on. If you see, I mean, we have multiple states with us today, and we've given corruption-free governments there, and we have a track record of running, you know, governments. And also tell you that there was a quote, very nice quote, that there's a lock which has 3-number code. So the center is there, MCD is there, but Delhi government is not there. So when Delhi government with us is not there, if that quote is correct, and people vote for BJP, then they'll have 3 governments with 1 vote, and we are believing on that. And I think people will believe, because we didn't had government in Delhi for about 22 years now. So we are believing that, you know, people will vote for us. And the kind of narrative you are saying that you've heard on the ground, while speaking to the people,
which is a very personal narrative. It may or may not be true for a majority. This is in a couple of bastis that I went to, and
I must tell you, Aditi, that you know, the elections are absolutely uncertain. You know, I've seen last 2-3 elections, especially the MLA elections in any state. You don't know what is happening, and you don't know what will come out. So the kind of narrative which is with the exit polls or pre-polls or whatever, let's wait for the 8th February polling, and let's wait for the results. We'll see what kind of narrative people want to see, what kind of, how people perceive politics as. Either it's AAP or BJP. I mean, that's what we are looking at. Nothing
so
else.
Basically, when you say what they see politics as, you're talking about politics of freebies versus politics of what? Polarization?
Not polarization. I mean, we've given successful governments in a lot of states. We are running central government, you know, and Delhi is a UT. So Delhi needs a lot of central-aligned policies, and we've worked very hard for Delhi as well. I mean, our Nitin Gadkari, other ministers, if you talk about, you know, the riverfront expressway, these are our, you know, things which we've given to Delhi. Absolutely, and we are relying on those, you know, achievements. And if we are relying on those achievements, people will vote. I mean, there's a mixed voter in Delhi, and there's a mindful voter in Delhi, and voter is smart. Either you take Bihar voter
what is your sense, Shweta, from the Aam Aadmi Party camp?
So I just want to reiterate what Kejriwal today said in his manifesto release press conference, which is a question to you also. So he has openly challenged the BJP to, you know, to come up with a CM face till 1 p.m. tomorrow
and have a public debate.
Public debate.
We don't get into his narrative. Let party decide how party wants to perceive that agenda.
I want to give an update to in
No,
this.
that I know.
Manoj
I mean,
Tiwari has accepted the challenge, though I don't know if he is the CM face.
So that
which
party would
clearly-
decide, because he has asked our party to send the candidate. So that's for my party to decide and
So
send the candidate.
that shows us that the politics is indeed heating up. Manoj Tiwari accepting Arvind Kejriwal's challenge of declaring a CM face from the BJP by 1 p.m. tomorrow. Will it be Manoj Tiwari who will be declared as the CM face, or does he hope that he?
So it's bound to.
He
It's
hope.
bound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
and
he's accepted the challenge. to a
He's
debate.
accepted the challenge for the debate,
Debate,
but not
yeah.
as for.
No, not as a CM.
So
He
wants
can't
to
decide
debate,
on that.
Yeah,
Our
he wants to
parliamentary
debate
board
with
will
Arvind
decide on
Kejriwal, but Arvind Kejriwal, of course, only wants to debate with the chief ministerial candidate of the BJP. So we'll keep coming back to you with more. Stay tuned to Capital Clash every day at this time on all the Hindustan Times media outlets.